Mike Perry will be making his long-awaited BKFC return after over a year outside of their squared circle. He will be taking on someone who has been in the crosshairs of Conor McGregor a time or two. Mike Perry will headline BKFC's first event in the state of New Jersey. Platinum is set to knuckle up and toe the line against Jeremy Stephens. The King of Violence will throw down with Stephens in a clash at 175 pounds. This headlining bout is set for October 4th in Newark. The announcement was made official earlier today during the Ariel Helwani show. That program featured BKFC promotional figurehead, David Feldman, as a featured guest to announce it. Perry embarks on his return to the world of gloveless combat after his last fight for BKFC in April 2024. That outing saw Perry finish former BKFC titleholder Thiago Alves at Knucklemania IV. Perry's overall BKFC record stands at 5-0 overall, with several notable wins on it. Perry has victories over current BKFC welterweight champion Julian Lane and surging UFC contender Michael Venom Page. Perry also beat former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold and former UFC lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez on his bare-knuckle resume prior to that. The last time Perry was seen in live competition was last July against Jake Paul. Platinum got finished inside the distance during their gloved boxing bout. Conversely, Stephens also has a spotless record in the world of bare-knuckle boxing. Stephens is returning to BKFC after a brief return effort in the UFC against Mason Jones in Iowa. Lil Heathen began his BKFC journey with a win over fellow former UFC veteran Jimmy Rivera, with a follow-up victory over then-ranked lightweight contender Bobby Taylor. Those wins transpired at BKFC 56 and BKFC 65, respectively. The most recent win that Stephens secured in bare-knuckle fighting came against the aforementioned Eddie Alvarez when Stephens stopped the former Bellator MMA champion inside the distance at BKFC Knucklemania V in January. Mike Perry is back in the world of bare-knuckle, and although Stephens also boasts an unbeaten record in the world of GL Vode combat, he was not the initially targeted opponent for Platinum. During his chat with Ariel Helwani, Feldman referenced that the promotion initially tried to book Darren Till against Perry for this fall fight. But the two sides could not come to terms on a contractual agreement. Robbie Lawler was also teased as a potential opponent for Perry several times. But the BKFC figurehead mentioned that the former UFC welterweight champion is still contractually bound to the MMA powerhouse. Feldman mentioned that he theorizes Lawler will stay retired. This has now created a lane for Stephens to potentially capitalize on.